What's up, guys? So, Lonzo Ball here, even in the most expensive Kmart shoes in history. Guinness Book of World Records, most expensive Kmart shoes. I don't know, maybe he's wearing some good shoes, but in any event, let's check it out. You probably sell it. Whoop. So, the Lakers are saying that he's out 4 to 6 weeks, guys, okay? It's a grade 3 ankle sprain with ligament damage, all right? So, unfortunately, for Lakers fans, Lonzo Ball is going to be out for more than 4 to 6 weeks. Lonzo Ball may very well be out the rest of the regular season, guys. And remember, when LeBron James pulled his groin, he then tweeted, disaster averted or something like that, right? He said, phew, thank God. It's a mild ankle. And meanwhile, we haven't seen LeBron James since, right? And in other fake news about injuries, we have Isaiah Thomas saying, I'm going to be back right before the All-Star break. 25 days, he says. Now, why would Isaiah Thomas say that? It's because he wants to remind everybody that he was an All-Star just 2 years ago, right? So his career is falling apart, and he just wants to remind everybody, yes, I'm still alive. I'm Isaiah Thomas, and I was indeed an All-Star, and I'm going to be healthy right before the All-Star game. So take that for data, all right? But that's just Isaiah Thomas's sad way of getting a little attention and recognition and remembrance for what he accomplished 2 years ago. But Isaiah Thomas isn't coming back before the All-Star break, and who knows when he's going to come back after the All-Star break. And Isaiah's coach quickly poured water on the idea that Isaiah Thomas was actually going to come back right before the All-Star break. It's all just a gimmick. And Isaiah Thomas may never, who knows. Anyway, Lonzo Ball here. One thing to remember about him, guys, is this guy has a very low pain threshold. Okay? So injuries that might affect some other guy in a mild way that they might be able to tough out after a while. I mean, really tough players are out for 4 to 6 weeks when they have this kind of injury. But with Lonzo Ball, this is an injury that is probably going to end his entire regular season. So that's big news and things for the Lakers to think about. You can't really trade Lonzo Ball now other than just get rid of his contract, maybe to a tanking team that figures they'll kind of a sure why not situation with Lonzo Ball. Somebody like maybe Memphis who is starting to think about the next generation or whatever and thinks maybe next season and the year after. And especially since this injury may very well be season ending, this injury will not affect tanking teams' potential trade interest in LeVar Ball's kid here. So, yeah. But anyway, guys, Lakers are going to be absolutely desperate right now, and they know that despite saying, he'll be back in 4 to 6 weeks, part of the reason they're saying that is so people don't stop buying Lakers tickets, so people still believe that the Lakers have hopes for the playoffs. The fans, this is big, big business, so people don't stop watching the games on Turner Sports or whatever it is. Time Warner. Yeah, Spectrum Sports. So they need to keep this going, just like with the LeBron James injury. They needed to pretend that he was coming right back. And if they had said, LeBron James is going to be out 2 months, if they had said that a month ago, then everyone would have stopped watching the Lakers, right? In any event, the Lakers taking big shots to their healthy lineup. And, if Magic was smart, he would basically shut it down and consider this a lost season and maybe make trades for the future, perhaps get contracts like Lonzo Ball's off the team so that they can pursue some big fish. But as a Celtics fan, just another idea I have is that the Celtics should really capitalize on this opportunity with Lonzo Ball going down and Magic Johnson potentially being a Billy King in the making with the same big smile and the same confidence. They should dangle Kyrie out there to the Lakers, reunite with LeBron. If Kyrie is willing to make some vague promise to rejoin the Lakers next summer and sign a new contract, then that's exactly what the Celtics should do. And there's ways to do it. The Lakers don't really have enough of what the Celtics might want to make the deal go through, but this is my idea, guys. You throw the Lakers, Kyrie Irving, and Marcus Morris, and you bring in the Memphis Grizzlies in a 3-team deal, and you take Marc Gasol back on the Celtics, and you also take Josh Hart onto the Celtics from the Lakers. And then the Memphis Grizzlies would get Lonzo Ball, maybe Brandon Ingram. And remember, Lonzo Ball's value isn't all that much right now, especially with this injury. And the Lakers would be getting 2 big-time players in Marcus Morris and the undisputed number 1 player in the world, Kyrie Irving. So they would have to give up something, and it might be Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, who's due a big contract pretty soon, who the Lakers don't really want to pay. And him and Lonzo Ball have both been very disappointing with their effort from what I understand this season. So give the Memphis Grizzlies something to feel good about. And so then the Memphis Grizzlies would have 2 potential foundation-type players in Lonzo Ball and Brandon Ingram playing in Memphis on rookie deals where they would be on the team for a long time. And so they would get something because Marc Gasol's contract is expiring and they're already tanking anyway. So the Lonzo Ball injury would not really affect them whatsoever. And the Celtics, you might think they would be taking a step back, losing Marcus Morris and Kyrie Irving this year. Of course, the Celtics fans would never allow this, unfortunately. Despite it making perfect sense for all parties, and especially losing Kyrie Irving to the Lakers, we would have suicide watch with these Kyrie sexuals. But it would clearly, in my opinion, make the Celtics better because Marc Gasol would instantly fit in culturally with the Celtics, and it would be a big sigh of relief for everybody in the Celtics, every player in that locker room, where if they lose, they lose. If they win, they win. And they would start winning a lot more than not because they wouldn't have all this self-inflicted dramatics and toxicity and pressure. And they wouldn't have Kyrie Irving throwing his teammates under the bus after every single loss and feeling all insecure because Kyrie Irving is the only person on that team who actually needs a 14-year-old veteran to tell him it's going to be okay and just chill the fuck out. Losses happen. It's the regular season. Marc Gasol would be a great fit, like a better version of Aaron Baines, and we've seen the difference that Aaron Baines has made since he's been back in the lineup. To have Marc Gasol and Aaron Baines, then all of a sudden you would only have to play Al Horford at center situationally for maybe 10 minutes a game or something like that. So Al Horford gets healthier. You can play him less minutes and he can play harder in those minutes. He does have that lingering knee issue right now, which was caused in no small part because Brad Stevens forced him to play center so much. Marc Gasol, another great passer and a more generous passer than Kyrie Irving. Even when Kyrie Irving is passing, he's doing it with such flair. It's only to draw attention to himself, like, see, I'm passing. See, I can pass. It's all about him. It's not about the pass. It's not about the teammate knocking down those shots. It's all about Kyrie because he's got to put flash on the ball, so even if the player makes the shot, everyone's still talking about Kyrie Irving's pass. You see how tricky that is? You see how toxic that is? Anyway, with the Memphis Grizzlies want LeVar Ball's brat kid, I don't really know. I know he's got talent. I know that D'Angelo Russell has slowly but surely emerged as something resembling a star player, at least in a contract year with the Nets, I mean. And, D'Angelo Russell has eaten some humble pie in Brooklyn, and he's come out stronger and better for it. So maybe Lonzo Ball leaving Southern California could eat some real humble pie living in Memphis and grow up as a person, as an individual, as an independent adult, and eventually emerge as a very rock-solid player. I'm also convinced that Markelle Fultz will indeed emerge as a rock-solid player, but it's going to be somewhere else besides Philadelphia. And I would rather take Markelle Fultz at this point probably than Lonzo Ball because, I don't know. It's very close, actually. But anyway, as soon as Markelle Fultz doesn't have any pressure on him whatsoever to shoot outside, then everyone's going to be happy for what he can do. And I think we saw this with Evan Turner. It was everyone remember, he had no value whatsoever. The Celtics picked him up for like 2-year contract minimum money or $2 million a year after the Indiana Pacers didn't want him. And Brad Stevens said it's not about what Evan Turner can't do, which is what everyone was focusing on. You just focus on what he can do, and what he can do is be a great spark plug off the bench and create his own shot and mid-range master and a good passer on top of that. You just celebrate what he can do and you bring out the best in him. With Markelle Fultz, a very similar situation to Evan Turner. Both of them, no shooting range. Just don't make them shoot threes. And the Philadelphia 76ers' big mistake with Fultz was telling everybody that he was going to be shooting threes again. It was such a dumb move. It was such a dumb move to think that those mental issues were over. Now he's got to invent some fake diagnosis to pretend that he's really physically injured and not mentally injured. Whereas if the 76ers had just said, it doesn't matter if he shoots outside or not, just like they do with Ben Simmons. They don't make Ben Simmons shoot outside. They don't tell everybody that Ben Simmons is going to come in next year with a knockdown three-point shot. That's not fair. And it wasn't fair to Markelle Fultz. Because Markelle Fultz, I do believe, can eventually become a mid-range master like Evan Turner, but probably taller and more skilled and more athletic. And bit of a, quirky personality. And I don't know who would be more clutch between Lonzo Ball and Markelle Fultz. Perhaps neither of them. But in any event, both these players, top two picks, have decent futures in the NBA, but it's probably going to be on other teams. All right, guys, let me know what you think about what, in all likelihood, is going to be effectively a season-ending injury for Lonzo Ball. We're already in late January. Season ends mid-April. Yeah, he's not coming back before then. His pain threshold is too low, okay? What doesn't bother, what other players can play through, Lonzo Ball cannot play through. He's proven that over and over again, including in college. All right, guys, let me know what you think. I'll see you soon. Peace.